Paul.
Hey, how's it going? I love this feature on Zoom. I'm not as versed with the webinar product as the meetings, and it said the host has promoted you. What a great!
that's
I
like
don't
that's
remember
like
when I
when
got a promotion.
that's like when my smartphone, I'm using it for directions and it says you've arrived. I leave it on even though I know at some point that I'm going to get to where I'm going. I leave it on because I want to hear those words like you've
Yes,
arrived. And my kids and my wife have this issue that they don't mean that in the existential sense. They're just you
you
got
don't
to the
know
gas
that.
station.
You don't know that.
So
Probably whoever programmed that was like, yes, this is exactly the language we're going to use because language matters.
it does. It doesn't matter. Paul Klitzke, tell us where you're streaming from today. Something about you that would help folks who don't know you, and then we'd love to hear your story.
Yeah, well, I'm streaming from my office in Dallas, Texas. I am an Episcopal priest serving as rector of Episcopal Church of the Ascension on a little grassy hill in Lake Highlands, Dallas. I've lived in some peculiar places. This is less peculiar than other places we've been, but all in the spirit of taking the gospel wherever we might be allowed to go with it. And so my family and I have ventured from seminary off to places like Alaska and Hawaii, which leaves some people wondering how or why you end up in Dallas, but we're loving it and making the most of life wherever we go. So is that enough of an intro?
Yeah, that's super.
So I got to meet you as you arrived, Jonathan, as you arrived back to the area, and it's been fun getting to know you a little bit. I appreciated the invitation to this. I guess we're sharing like moments of holiness in the Corona or COVID era. Is that the idea? All right.
In the midst of the mess of it all.
The midst of the mess. Well, so I've got two kids. One had been off to boarding school, and it was really hard for us to like let go and see him off at 15. He's since turned 16, but it was kind of it was a total stretch for us. So there's like this embedded blessing in the quarantine is that he came home early and he's remained home. And so we've been kind of reunited as a family, got some bonus time with the family as a whole. And even when we were all together or when he might have been home for break, we tend to be on the go, right? We're at church, we drive them, they both dance. We've got other activities, we've got friends, we like to go to different things. So we're kind of always on the go. And this time has been holy for me in that it's shared meals, walks, bike rides, things that we don't always get a chance to do. And my wife had been doing this course through Coursera. I guess it's a Yale-led initiative on happiness, the science of happiness. And so we started doing that course together, and that's been a tremendous blessing to us to like have a focal point that's beyond the dining room table and beyond just being cooped up together, something that a point of conversation, like a directed learning. I think for me, like the other huge moment of holiness out of the chaos was both our kids dance. They've been active dancers for most of their lives. That's what my son left for boarding school for, is to pursue more dance. And they're dancing together, which they've done for years and years, but for the first time ever, they're dancing like next to each other, and the instructor like can't hear them. Like it's muted, like Zoom, like if you're muted, you can kind of be like, hey, and the first few classes they did not stop talking. Like, I don't know that I've ever heard them talk to each other so much without an argument ensuing. They just jabbered to each other for the entire class. And we kept on like looking in from the next room, like, are they actually dancing? What are they doing in there? No, it was just, they could now both do the dance class and enjoy each other's company in a way that they just never had. So it's just been kind of fun to see that. It was not only fun for my wife and I, we also noticed that the dog was literally watching them. Like, what are they doing? What is happening in the front room? So
Oh, that's great. That's really beautiful. I've got my two helpers. So this is a good time to highlight my two helpers who have similarly had like these beautiful moments. We've had our other moments, but these beautiful moments where I just like look out the window and don't tap on it or anything and just whisper over to Rebecca, I'm like, can you believe that these two get to be friends like this? And then they do other things. But oh, that's beautiful.
They look a little like they're being held captive back there, but that's probably not unusual for clergy children. And
yes, it's a combination of, and you'll appreciate this, Paul, captivity and bribed with Culver's cheese curds.
Yes, exactly. You know, that bribe will go a long way in my book, and they're already trying to figure out who gets the extra one at the bottom. I think that
right. That's exactly how it went down. We as I said, you guys set up the equipment, and then the next thing they're like, was it 18 a piece? Cheese curds? No, there were 18, so they're like 9 a piece, and then like yeah, we made it work.
I'm out.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.